Namaste. And first of all, I extend my heartfelt, thanks and gratitude to the organizers, Crescendo Board. Before going into the presentation, I'll just take a minute to what exactly the state ecosystem is there. The state, Maharashtra, as the name goes, it's like a great nation. And though it occupies only 10% of the land mass of the country, but it contributes somewhere between 16 to 25%, be it like industrial production, export, workforce. So that way, the state has performed almost more than close to 6 to 7 decades. And state is home to our financial capital, Mumbai, and also Bollywood and entertainment world is also from Mumbai. State also has a majority of the sectors. So if you get into sectors from auto, engineering, agri processing, anything like even bulk drag, chemicals, the state performs and even outperforms all the sister brother states by a big margin, big margin. That way, I would say the conducive ecosystem where the entire supply base, the value chain is captured. The state does not only support the manufacturing in the state, but also it's an anchor to the entire value chain of many global giants and also many other companies from other states. I'll share the presentation now. If anything is there, I think you can kindly intervene. I can also go very slow. Thank you. So this is basically a socio-economic, I would say, snapshot of the country, the state, and where we stand actually. If you see the GDP size, it's the only subnational economy which is marching towards $1 trillion economy, which is going to support the country's dream of 5 trillion economy. And cumulative FDI, if you see up to 2020, we account almost close to 1/3 of lion's share of FDI, and highest per capita income. And the state contributes more than 15% of industrial output to the country. And exports, again, it's 1/5, and you have a 5 international and quite number of domestic airports, and also 2 major and 53 minor ports. Largest base of, I would say, internet subscribe. You can see the numbers. It's 97 million, and almost 133 million telecom subscribers. As far as skilled workforce is concerned, the state has the best colleges in India, be it like IIT Mumbai, in ICT Mumbai. You also have a lot of colleges in Pune, Nagpur. We have 991 technical colleges, management and pharmaceutical colleges. Whereas employable talent is also highest at 68%. So if we can look at the sectors, we can see chemicals, 17% of the share the state has, and again pharmaceuticals. And as far as export is concerned, again 1/5 of the export is through the JNPT and ports here in Mumbai. Automobiles, component production, again 21%. Leather, footwear, toys, emerging is emerging, I think. Electronics, particularly home appliances and components, it shares lines at 22%. Food processing is a dominant thing. ITS, the Pune, Mumbai, Nasik corridor is emerging, maybe one of the strongest IT corridor of the country. Textiles and apparel is another thing, and off late aerospace and defense is also highest growth in aircraft manufacturing. There are a couple of big giants which are in lead. The state, I would say, it's led by a giant investment for infra. More than 40 billion USD is being invested in various projects. To name few, I would say Navi Mumbai International Airport, the Mumbai Trans Harbour Link, and we have the Maharashtra Prosperity Corridor. It's called Samruddhi Mahamar, which is going to connect Far Eastern, our winter capital with Mumbai, like Nagpur to Mumbai. State is also part of the corridor development, like Delhi-Mumbai Industrial Corridor. There are 2 cities coming up. One is in Aurangabad and another is in close to Mumbai. And JNPT is also, we have it, and Mumbai Coastal Road. When we think of then you have seen the best ecosystem, then policy is the main anchor for any particularly investors coming from overseas. The umbrella policy, which has like been unveiled in 2019 March, it's called package scheme of incentives. The first state to like legally commit that the incentives will be based on a gross GST, from the net to gross GST, of course, state GST. So the incentives are given somewhere between 30 to 100%, depending on what you invest. If you're investing more and if you're investing in like a moderate and less developed areas, then you are going to get even more than 100% of your fixed capital investment, where the land is also included. And the state also have quite a number of like sector-specific policies, be it aerospace and defense, where the benchmark investment is much, much less. IT policy, again, it's being like new policies coming up maybe in a month or so. We have a fintech policy, the first state to announce fintech policy for the state. Electronic and fab policies also been modified recently by the government, and EV vehicles food processing. Also, the state has ILP, integrated logistic park and integrated industrial area, where the private players also can develop industrial parks. Textile policies, and again umbrella policy for textile that was announced in 2018. So here, basically, you have everything in place, and who is going to provide the industrial infra, like land, you have water, sewage treatment, effluent treatment, and also, of course, street light, and couple of solid waste, but even hazardous waste treatment plants. So we can see the MIDC has developed 289 industrial complexes. Out of that, close to 75 complexes are, like I would say, 5-star complexes, where the best of the infrastructure is being provided, and close to, I would say, 89,000 hectares of land. Almost, if I say 250,000 acres of land, industrial land is being developed. Out of that, 40,000 acres of land is been recently acquired, and they are in various stages of development. The state has various sector-specific parks, be it chemical zone, pharma zone, engineering zone, auto hub. Also parks for like wine manufacturing, silver, floriculture, food parks, and textile, and of course IT is other thing. And this MIDC, Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, functions as a special planning authority. Like it approves the plan, it also gives the occupancy, it also provides infrastructure. So it's like you cannot compare this organization with any other IDC in the country, either by the scale or with the magnitude in which we operate, and freedom. So we have our own resources, like it's not been funded by the government. We are our own independent statutory corporation, having experience of close to 6 decades. 6 decades. These are the key industrial corridors where, like, I would like players from Turkey to like have like much interest. Though there are a lot of places, but I have consolidated major clusters. One is like Mumbai, Thane, Raigad, more like a Mumbai metropolitan region. The sectors have been there: gem, jewelry, logistics, pharma, chemical. Pune, Chakan, Ranjangaon, auto hub, electronics manufacturing hub is coming up. Talegaon, the stage like phase 4 is coming up with an electronic city. In Solapur, Sangli, Kolhapur is in another corridor where predominant by textiles and food processing. Nasik, again, food processing, engineering, and also aerospace. Agri, more into like agri techno sectors. Nagpur, Amravati, again, food processing, IT, textiles, and aerospace. Aurangabad, Jalgaon, again, it's a steel, pharma, chemical, and engineering. And Aurangabad has a ARIC, which is like a city, industrial smart city, first smart city developed jointly by the union government and the state government. And these are the like where we are like our future development, where most of the places the land is being acquired, and you can also see they're all being greatly expanded. So what is an ecosystem present? It's a snapshot. I think we will share the presentation with you. Like Kolhapur, again, close to Mumbai, Izambe, Digi, they're all close to Mumbai. They're all more into like pharma, chemicals, food processing, logistics, ESDM. Then go to Pune, like Chakan, Talegaon, these places, and Ranjangaon, these are also being expanded phenomenally, more like auto component engineering and ESDM and biotechnology. Come to look far, I think, east, then you have Aurangabad, where Auric City, auto component, food processing, even Baldrug, a major place you can see. I have the last column as a major place. Then Amravati, then textile park, the new upcoming pharma city, Medicity, In Raigarh, just like 40 kilometers from Dighi port and maybe say 80 kilometers from JNPT, it's being developed at around area of 5,000 acres with the state-of-the-art infrastructure, environmental infrastructure like zero liquid discharge, also with marine outfall. Medical devices park is also coming up in Aurangabad. If we go through a sector wise, you can see, like, I'll not speak much on that, self-explanatory. Auto and auto component sector in Maharashtra where we dominate. See, it contributes close to 24% in India's output. When we think of like testing, navigating into the maximum, when you think of output by value, it's again 1/5. On major hubs, Pune, Nasik, Aurangabad, and Nagpur. The Pune largest auto hub, where you can see 4,000 manufacturing units. Chakan, Talegaon is being greatly expanded, lot of demand there. And you also have an ecosystem, Automotive Research Association of India, Auto Cluster Development Research, and you also have a vehicle research and development establishment, where every vehicle, whether it's a civil or military, need to be tested in the country. So VRD is also in the close vicinity. And you can see the players: Volkswagen, Mercedes, Fiat, Skoda, RDJs. If you name a people and name a sector, like from tractor to like Mercedes, everything is being manufactured in Pune. So it's being supported strongly by the, I would say, the port facility. You have 2 major ports and 53 minor ports. Electronics, again, Maharashtra occupies almost close to 1/3 of the country's thing. So we can see the numbers: export almost close to 4 billion worth of goods being exported in 2019-20, and sector applies close to 200,000. The state has received close to 14 billion investment in the sector, and some of the major export markets like USA, Germany, and UAE, they are there. When you think of like electronic components and consumer electronics, the state has like a lion's share, like 22% and 19% respectively. And Talegaon, Chakan is being developed as a ASDM hubs, and 3 electronic manufacturing clusters where the state-of-the-art infra will be done, also with testing, calibration, customization, and also R&D. And the state has quite a good close to 250 great like engineering and technology colleges and 43 science colleges. We can see the strong MSMEs, the strong number of MSMEs, particularly for a manufacturing thing. 2 million registered MSMEs is there, and almost in Maharashtra's like state SDP, it's close to 6.4%. This is a pharma city coming close to in between port like called Dighi port. It's like 45 kilometers, and the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. It's in the vicinity of Mumbai. It's 80 kilometers. This bulk drug park or maybe pharma city is being given a different value proposition. Though incentive packages which are being eligible in the least developed area is being made applicable, with power, surety of power 24/7, and also the power cost is also going to be much cheaper, almost by more than, if I say, almost close to 3.5 to 4 rupees less when compared to even adjoining, I think. So this park is being given a very good value proposition by the state government. Here 100% gross SGST, even otherwise like you have to go to far off places. So here even MSMEs are eligible for quite a sizable thing. Here, the steam and related common infrastructure is being planned, and also you'll have a multiple, I would say, if you go on state-of-the-art environmental infra, including a zero liquid discharge and also marine outfall, and community boilers almost to the capacity of 1,200 metric tons per day. It's also being planned. So it's going to be a big game changer for API manufacturing. Another one, I would say, medical devices park or medtech park. It's also coming up in Aurangabad in like city. It's like a joint venture project by the union government and the state government. So it's also coming up with state of the art. Like you have like all under like 24/7 power, water, and connectivity. It's like Aurangabad as airport and also dry port. The JNPT also has a dry port there, just like 70 kilometers from there, and it is been. We also have taken an interchange from the Prosperity Corridor, where you just dot onto the Nagpur-Mumbai Expressway. So it's also been upcoming attraction. State who much like investment also come up with lot of reforms like plug and play infrastructure. If someone is coming with a bigger unit, all his vendors have been accommodated in plug and play. Plug and play means arterial and trunk infra you'll have. Otherwise, also MIDC provides. But here you'll have customized workshops also been built and given on rental, basically annual rental, short-term rentals and short-term leases. Secondly, the mega permit, which our Honorable Minister was mentioning, like a master permission within like 48 hours. The state also runs a Mahajobs portal. Close to like 300,000 people have already registered, and close to 10,000 jobs have been advertised. So this is also going to provide a skilled workforce to the private players. An investor first program and also country desk, a dedicated country desk is also been established. I think for Turkey also will have a someone will man any company coming from Turkey with like a we have like a organization like Crescendo and also with Consulate General Office. We do coordinate, and any investment worth like 50 crore of Indian rupees will be given a relationship manager who will handhold the investment, grounding of investment, not only with an MIDC perspective, but also with other departments. Thank you. If anything is there during the question, I think interaction, I would love to interact. Thank you. Jai Maharashtra.